Now at 5:30, hundreds of thousands of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines right here in Ohio are just now days away from going to waste. Tonight, we're asking what's being done to prevent that from happening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And I'm Brittany Bailey. Yolanda Harris is off tonight. Well, tonight, this is how Ohio's COVID-19 cases look. We want to show you our 14-day moving average, where it shows we are averaging around 500 new cases a day and dropping. And when we look at our current vaccine numbers, more than 46% of Ohioans have received at least one dose. More than 41% have completed their vaccinations.
We have a team covering the rush to use up these vaccines. A member of the 10 TV team of experts, Dr. Joseph Castaldo with Ohio Health, will dive deep into the shelf life of this vaccine.
Well, we're going to start with Gabriela Garcia. She is live at the Celeste Center with what local health providers are doing to help solve this issue. Good evening, Gabriela.
Good evening, you two. Now, ODH says they're partnering with libraries, community, church organizations, even employers to try to get vaccines closer to the communities that they serve. But, you know, looking at the numbers in the past few weeks, it could be a tough call to see if those tactics will work.
It's something we've been talking about for a few weeks now, and the data shows it. Fewer and fewer people are getting vaccinated against COVID-19 in Ohio. The state's 7-day moving average for all types of the vaccine being administered has been on a steady decline all month, although we did see a slight bump on Monday. Looking at the Johnson & Johnson vaccine specifically, about 200,000 already dispersed to health providers in the state are set to expire on June 23rd. Several of those vaccines are being given at the Celeste Center, looking emptier today. Franklin County has 800 of those Johnson & Johnson doses set to expire. Their health commissioner, Joe Mazzola.
And we vaccinated across the state hundreds of thousands of Ohioans through those major clinics. But now it's really about, again, trying to reach those individuals who have had the most barriers to getting vaccinated. We have to meet our residents where they are.
Franklin County is joining the statewide effort to bring vaccines closer to people in their communities, holding a vaccine clinic at the Whitehall Library. They had 20 people show up there on Tuesday. Today, they held a clinic at the Bryce United Methodist Church. They had 6 people show up. But Mazzola's not losing hope for his area and the state as a whole.
I don't think everyone who wants to get vaccinated has had that opportunity just yet. So we really want to remain focused on providing more and more opportunities for our residents.
Mazzola says Franklin County is planning more mobile clinics like the one at United Methodist today. Columbus Public Health will have vaccines every Thursday this month at the Columbus Commons, along with food trucks.
Now, ODH says they can store the expired Johnson & Johnson vaccines in a separate locations just in case another study in the future shows that they actually could be used on June 23rd. At the State Fairgrounds, Gabriela Garcia, 10 TV News.
All right, thanks so much. Well, you may have some questions about why the doses are going to expire.
And that's why we invited a member of the 10 TV team of experts, Dr. Joseph Castaldo from Ohio Health, to join us tonight. Good evening, Dr. Castaldo. How are you?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being with us as always. First of all, how does the shelf life of the COVID-19 vaccine, specifically the Johnson & Johnson one, compare to other vaccines?
Yeah, so it's first to recognize that all 3 of the vaccines, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Moderna, do not have preservatives in them. They are multi-dose vials, and most vaccines that are multi-dose vials have preservatives in them. The J&J vaccine, as most people know, is a special vaccine. It's a one-and-done vaccine. In the refrigerator, it's good for 3 months or 90 days. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccine have to be kept in the freezer, and once in the refrigerator, they're only good for 30 days. They're obviously 2 doses. So the J&J vaccine, compared to the flu shot, does last shorter. The flu shot lasts for a year, and other vaccines that have preservatives in them can last for a longer period of time.
Doc, we're talking about a lot of vaccines here. What do you think caused all these J&J doses to go unused? Did that temporary pause play a role at all, you think?
Yeah, it's multifactorial. Keep in mind, we started giving vaccines to people in our country, in our state, in late December of 2020. And the J&J vaccine didn't come online until March 3rd. And when it came online, it was slow at first. So a lot of people really didn't operationalize the J&J vaccine. And then we had the safety pause on April 13th, which led to the deep dive. And I did think that unfortunately hurt the message of the J&J vaccine. The J&J vaccine is a safe and effective vaccine. There is a very, very rare but serious type of blood clot that people know about, patients are told about when they choose to get that vaccine. But the J&J vaccine is a wonderful vaccine for people perhaps who are afraid of getting shots or people who can't come back for their second dose.
Well, speaking of those other shots that require 2 doses, the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines, are there any concerns that those could end up expiring and go to waste, and we have this big buildup of those as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we are very blessed in our country to have a lot of vaccines, and I'm very much supportive of obviously getting vaccines into the arms of Americans and Ohioans, but we also have to be cognizant of what's happening outside of our borders. Other countries are really significantly behind the loop when it comes to getting vaccines into the arms of patients, and we really need to be cognizant of that and plan for that, and we really don't want to have any vaccines go to waste.
All right, Dr. Joseph Costado with Ohio Health on our team of experts. Dr. Costado, we appreciate your insight as America continues to get the rush to get shots in arms across the country. Appreciate you, sir.